What's up, internet? Welcome back. This is Lizard22. Sonic the Hedgehog for Sega Genesis was the first of many great, well, mostly great games. It's my personal favorite franchise, so let's take a look at this classic and discuss what made it so memorable all of these years. But before I get into it, let me just remind you guys that this is a forum discussion video, so if you have any nostalgia for the Hedgehog, leave it down below for discussion and subscribe for more content. This is not going to be a super critical analysis of the first Sonic game. Instead, it's going to be my subjective take on the classic game. Before this game was released, Sega was in dire need of a true mascot, one that rivaled the famous plumber. Sega tasked many of their employees to compete in creating a true Sega mascot. There were a lot of ideas. Some of them were kind of interesting. One of them looked like what would now become Eggman or Robotnik himself, but only one will be the true mascot. And as you guys probably know, Sonic was chosen as the mascot. Yuji Naka, inspired by Super Mario speedruns, had a working prototype of some side-scroller moving through levels, rolling up as a ball and stuff. So it was natural for him to just plug in this blue blur, and Sonic instantly became an icon. I actually did not play the first game until after Sonic 2. That's because I had it on a compilation on the Genesis. Me being 4 or 5, I was like, 2 must be better, right? I mean, 2 does technically come after 1, so if I do the math, that tells me that 2 is better than 1. Well, in my case, the lack of a spin dash was enough for me to prefer the second game. That being said, I would be lying if I were to say I did not enjoy the first game, because I loved the game. While Sonic 2 felt like guilty pleasure speed in a memorable world, Sonic 1 felt more like a challenging feat with a wild, vivid, and unique world. For me personally, with any game, second to gameplay has always been the game world, and for the most part, the classic Sonic games have always been in a world so captivating. I'm not sure what it is, honestly. Maybe it's the music, maybe it's the art design. Either way, I can see why this game has been in people's memories for years. Now, on a technical viewpoint, what makes this game not only great to look at, to listen to, or to be in the world, it also has solid gameplay. The physics in the classic games have given them an inherent replayability. The first game is no different. It is smooth to control as Sonic as you roll down hills, boost yourself up with momentum gained, and every time you play, you end up on a different path basically. Actually, Green Hill itself has branching paths, which would become a defining factor on well-designed Sonic levels. But while the levels are great, well, for the most part, the bonus stages were terrible, at least in my opinion, but that's okay because technically in this game they're optional. There is no Super Sonic in this game, so completing all the bonus stages only gets you the proper ending. The boss fights with Dr. Robotnik were very memorable. Every contraption he used was clever and reminded us that he is definitely a genius. Except the final boss. I mean, technically, from a playability standpoint, it's fine. But I mean, what even is that? Who told him that was a good idea? Sonic the Hedgehog for Sega Genesis is not my favorite game within the franchise, but it definitely is an important one in terms of my experience with the Blue Hedgehog. So I think if you have any interest in this franchise, definitely play this one and finish it. I mean, there are save points now, so you should be able to finish it in this modern day easily. Anyway, I mean, this game is even on the phone now, and that version is actually pretty good. But what do you guys think? Have you guys played this game and enjoyed the hell out of it? Or do you look back on it and think, wow, that game has aged? Let me know down below. And if you like discussion videos much like this one, subscribe for more content, and I'll be back with more.